Hey y'all, hey y'all. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Hey y'all, hey. Uh-oh. I think I was streaming it, honey. Hey y'all. So, listen, I had a long 4th of July. I enjoyed my family. It was really good. Yeah, and then so after I like cleaned up everything, I got situated and I was able to catch the end of the Unwinewithtashak interview with Kwame Brown. So I enjoyed what I seen of it. But anyway, so just by happenstance, when that clicked off, I think the next thing under it, some kind of way in my feed came up a petition that Tasha K put out on her channel. Let Shacarri run, and it's text Shacarri to a number to sign, right? And I looked at it, I said, oh, okay. And I clicked on the comment section, and I literally, as tired as I am, after reading the comments, I just was like, my, I don't know, my emotions are all over the place. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna come from maybe a different standpoint than what maybe some of y'all might feel. So, like, this is just my opinion. Uh, Everybody has their own opinion, but and I'm not even going to come from a place of the actual thing. It's just that it disheartens me that every time, like, one of our people, melanated people, our black people, every time something happens with us, we other melanated black people lead the charge to just crucify us, and it just baffles my mind. So I'm not coming up here to like really discuss a right or wrong. I just really wanted to just kind of read out some of these comments, and because I was just kind of I just felt some kind of way about it. I don't know. I don't know. It's like we are the only ones that won't fully support each other. And you know what we and why and what we do, what we stand on not to support each other, stuff like you know, well, rules are rules. You know, everybody gotta follow the rules. And well, you knew better and all that stuff. But guess what? Listen, that tends a lot of times that only applies to a certain group of people. Rules are rules, right? But rules are made to be challenged. So, you know, I don't understand why we can't take the road of, if we don't have nothing nice to say, let's just not say nothing at all. Because I don't know. I don't know. I just, the things that we'll say about each other online, commenting, oh, it's just my opinion. Well, sometimes your opinion is not needed. That's probably what we need to start practicing more of. Because if it's not helping, you know, why? So the things that kind of bother me, let me kind of get into that. Let me just get into, y'all can kind of know where I'm coming from. So one of the comments says, why would you sign a petition? Why would you sign a petition for this? Instead of this being a petition to let her run as she broke the rules, this should be a petition. I mean, this should be an effort for us to teach us more discipline and how to, or keep going away. It should be a lesson in to teach us more discipline and how to follow the rules. Once you reach a certain plateau, you have to have a certain discipline. Okay. Right. But really, why would you sign the petition? If you don't want to sign the petition, don't sign the petition, right? But you like literally had to comment and ask why someone would be willing to sign a petition for this young girl, like, because some of us have compassion. Some of us know what it's like to be young and black in America, from the hood, what that comes with and what that gives. But yet and still, we as black people, we make blanket statements like we don't understand the trauma. And I'm not excusing it. I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying that. I'm just simply saying the way we come at each other is disheartening. It's disheartening. Here we go. Please learn from your mistake and become a better person. Do better. She'll never learn her lesson if we don't let her deal with these consequences of her decision. We break the rules, we get consequences. Stop trying to justify this for her. I don't necessarily agree with that. You know what I mean? I don't think that to support somebody, to just encourage them, you know what I mean, is not necessarily saying that she shouldn't have to deal with the consequences. It just, I don't know, it's kind of a icky spot, because I really do feel some kind of way about it. I do. And I don't know exactly what it is. So I was like, look, I'm just going to get up here and talk about this, because it's something that we do, but you only really see it amongst our people. Because, for instance, and just bear with me for a second, if you will Google or put in YouTube Kyle Rittenhouse, right? And I know y'all probably are all familiar with the young little the kid that shot those people at the protest. So if you go to the comment section, right, and we know the demographics of these channels, the Unwind with Tasha K, that is going to be what, 95% black women, the other 5% black men. Well, I'm gonna say the other 4%, and then maybe 1%, you know, kind of mixed in some white, but not a lot. It's mostly black people. So on this, about this Kyle Rittenhouse, this is a page that's going to, most of the commenters are going to be Caucasian. So these comments read, oh yeah, okay, they were peacefully protesting. I'm sick and tired of hearing that. If he didn't have that gun, he would be dead now. He handled himself better than most police officers. 2 people lost their lives that were peacefully protesting. Not so peacefully protesting, if you ask me. I think he did a good job. Oh, they're saying he wasn't supposed to be there. But what was the people who were so-called peacefully protesting supposed to be there? He doesn't deserve to be locked up. He was just defending himself. I mean, and this is 5.8 thousand comments, and they just go on and on. Every blue moon, you'll see something different, you know, something really stating facts in here. But for the most part, that's what it is. So, and I'm in no way saying that no white people, you know, all white people were like, he was right. That's not what I'm saying. The point I'm making is that they're not on this post, okay? Because if they didn't have anything nice to say about him, but they sure didn't go out their way to tear him down either, right? They might not have been the ones donating to his legal fund. They may not have been the ones. Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry. Yeah. They may not have been the ones. You know, making posts and videos supporting him, but they wasn't out there necessarily tearing him down either, right? They not all over this post, but you look at that other post. It just simply said, text to support Shacarri. Text, you know, Shacarri to run. You don't have to do it if you didn't agree with it. You absolutely did not. But I don't know. It's just, I was just making a point at the difference in the conduct, you know, They even want, look, he shouldn't have showed up to the protest is what they say, so it's all his fault. Well, I say George Floyd shouldn't have been using counterfeit money or meth. Breonna Taylor shouldn't have been selling drugs and having a drug dealer boyfriend. Jacob Blake shouldn't have been a sex offender. And it goes on and on and on, honey. The deflection. Now, all of that is just nonsense. We know that, right? I mean, most normal thinking people, we know what this is. But hey, Miss Regina, the point that I'm making is that we openly, you know what I mean? It's like the minute we do something, right? We lead the charge, right? We give them the match and the gasoline to burn our ass down with. And I don't understand it. I'm not saying that we should condone right, but what I'm saying, listen, every rules are changed and challenged and looked over every day. Look at our criminal justice system. Look at all the people who get off for killing black people. Look at the police. There's laws against most of that stuff, right? It just doesn't apply to, you know, certain individuals, and it sticks. So I understand that she made a mistake. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, as a people who could possibly relate, why can't we have a little compassion? Why would we be commenting things like, why would anybody sign a petition? She broke the rules. She needs to deal with the consequences. What I say is, yeah, there are rules, but rules are to be challenged. There were rules. There's been rules forever. There were once rules that black people couldn't sit on the front of the bus. Had Rosa Parks and the civil rights movement, Dr. Martin Luther King, had other civil rights leaders not challenged some of those rules, where would we be today? That's all I'm saying. I'm simply saying, so I don't even want to hear that, oh, it's rules and everybody got to go by rules, because everybody don't in this country don't follow the same damn rules. And why is, and it's something like we on the internet as black people throwing this young girl away. Oh, she broke the rules and that's just that. Really? Is that just that? Well, it's supposed to be just that. But like, hey, you know, Derek Chauvin committed murder of George Floyd, and that's supposed to be just that, but we wasn't so sure, right? And even when they sentenced him, they only gave him 22 years. Not like the 35 years times 3, you know, like how they in the hood, they charged Lil Pookie, it was 1 murder, but some kind of way he got like three counts of murder and all this other stuff, right? And they give him 35 years, 5 times 5 run concurrent. All that old bullshit. That's what I'm saying. And I don't understand why we can't see that. We just slaughter our people. It's just because we standing on principles. But the same principles they're not very compensating to us black people. The same principles that we want to stand on. Right? Weed is legal in most states. They determine it's not performance enhancing. The girl, she's a bright star. She can run. The weed has absolutely no effect on her ability to run the race or anything. So if there's a petition that could possibly promote change, right? And this young lady can be the catalyst for that. Why come we can't get behind that? Why do we got to stand on dumbass principles that only we stand on? Right? We the only ones that stand on them, and we hold ourselves and other people to them. I don't know. I mean, I think it's unfortunate too. I definitely believe that she made a mistake. However, her mom had just passed. That's traumatic. And it could have like been, and we're saying, well, her mom just passed, and then people are saying things like, you know what? That's life. You know, she could have figured out how to deal with that trauma a different way. even if other things are going to come her way and she can't just use that to cope. I agree, but considering her background and how hard it's been for our young girls, for Black people in general, especially for Black women in the hood, maybe that was like layered on trauma. She's already been struggling. Maybe, her mom passing was just a little bit more than she could take. I'm not making excuses. I'm not. I'm just simply saying why we don't ever give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. Why we can't never give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. And not necessarily condone it, but why would we be so out here saying stuff like that? Why would you sign a petition for Shacarri to run? That she's not gonna learn. She very well can learn her lesson. Because let me tell you something, baby, I've learned, if that's the case, then I would have to be dead, right? Because God has given me so much grace in my life when I didn't even deserve it. When I was completely in the wrong and had messed up, right? But God gave me enough grace that I didn't, and he bailed me out of a lot of situations that rightfully, I had earned them, with whatever consequences were to come. Sometimes even may have even put myself in unknown situations that could have cost me my life, but I'm still alive. Because grace. I just wish that we would be a little bit more graceful to each other and realize that, everything ain't just always black and white. Oh, the Olympics got rules. Well, guess what? Who were these rules? Was these rules built around? Were they built with traumatized people in mind? Were they built with, certain backgrounds, or do we always have to assimilate into those systems once we get in them, right? Mask our trauma and pain. We ain't all coming from the same place. So the coping skills are not going to be the same. It's not. And like I said, as Black people, if anybody should have compassion, it should be us. Miss Virginia, we live in a country that is built off of racism and capitalism. As a Black person, due to oppression and the atrocities that was done to us as a people, we are now the resultant of broken people. Absolutely. I definitely agree. Man, and we just so stand on these damn principles. Like, I get it. But that's pretty much what everybody was saying. Oh, it's the rules. That's the rules. Yeah, well. But sometimes it's not as simple as that's the rules, right? It was the rules that we were to be slaves on plantations at one time. It was the rules that we couldn't enter in certain places, eat in certain restaurants, drink in certain fountains, live in certain places. It was the rules. It was the rules. All these rules that kept us back. We the one people that always want to come out here swinging and banging and standing on some damn rules. And I'm not saying rules are good for structure. But see, rules are also meant to be challenged because things change, times change, and nobody is all knowing in all things. So even, once you create a system, that system definitely should be challenged in order to grow and expand, in order to meet the growing needs, of more people that come in. We always have to evaluate. So that's what I say. I say that I absolutely agree that she broke the rules. I absolutely agree that in life that we definitely have to follow certain rules, and there's going to be certain things for structure that we have to do. But I also am 1,000% of the mind that just because something is a rule doesn't make it right. right? We've seen that historically. And secondly, just because something is a rule does not mean it should not be challenged. So I'm going to take the road. I'm going to sign the petition. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this here. That's all I really wanted to say. I think I kind of really did this for myself because I just wanted to talk it out in my head, what I was thinking before I laid down. Because it just bothered me. Just seeing that just bothered me. I was like, do they do this? And I know they don't. And so I got to looking up Googling a couple other things and seeing what they comment section gave. So, like I said, I'm not saying that all of, another group of people support a certain, everything that a person does, but they don't outwardly, make it their business to tear it down, to comment on it. All them comments on, like I said, the Cal Rittenhouse page or any of them crazos, all you see is the support, because the ones that are not supporting, they just most of the time just ain't saying nothing. You know why? Because although that person did a bad thing, or they may be doing it, they share a common, a common culture, a common theme in this country. And that's what keeps them from, doing all that and being extra like we are. And it just bothered me. It bothered me. It really did. Because like I said, something happens, one of our people make a mistake, honey, we are going to lead the charge, right? We're going to bring the gasoline and the damn match to light the fire. And it's sad. It's sad. Anyway, y'all, I was just venting. Don't forget to like the video, comment below. I would like to hear what you guys think about this. I'm really, really interested in what you guys think. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. I'm gonna say my prayers. I think I'll be able to rest because I kind of got that off my chest. It was just, it makes me so mad. It drives me crazy. It's like, oh my goodness. We always got it's principle, even with the Bill Cosby thing, and I know that's controversial, but it's like, I ain't even really looked into all the ins and outs of the Bill Cosby case and everything. I never got into it. But what I did hear when they let him out, and the reason they let him out was because his trial was basically illegal. So if he didn't get due process, his conviction is vacated. It works for everybody else. But instead of just taking that, we will turn around and, it was a technical, it's wrong, it's wrong. I mean, I get what you're saying. But if you're standing so much on principles and rules, like we want to hold Shacarri to these rules, the rules in which we live in say that Bill Cosby did not get a fair trial, point blank, period. So you know what I'm saying? We pick and choose what rules we want to try to uphold. And that's it. And I don't want to go into this whole, I didn't look into the Bill Cosby case, so I don't know what he did or did not do. But what I did follow was the fact that he got out. His conviction got something overturned or something on it because he didn't get a fair trial. And that works for everybody else. So that's all the hell I need to know at this point. As far as his legal guilt, what else do I need to know? It's good for everybody else. I don't know. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, guys. Thank you, Miss Regina, for coming to the chat and sitting here with me. Let me get this off my chest, y'all. It was bothering me. Yeah, it's only a couple people in here. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody in the bushes. Anybody else want to say anything before I go ahead and close out? what do y'all think? Like, yeah, are y'all thinking differently than me or what? I mean, it's okay to say you don't have to agree with me. And again, I'm not saying that she wasn't wrong. That's not what I'm saying. That's not even the point of the video. The point is people were challenging why petition was even created and why anybody would even sign it. And that's the part that bothered me. And it was on Unwind with Tasha K's community page, which led me to believe, because of the demographics of her viewers, that 95% of the commenters were probably black women. The other 4% were going to be black men, and then 1% mixed up. Yeah. Hey, Triple L. Thanks for dropping by. Oh, hey, Shady Boots. Hey, y'all. Thanks. Yeah. Catch the replay. I was just kind of venting on here a little bit. I just was, oof. It was Tasha K's comment section on that petition, man. It just, it irked my nerves. Maybe she'll clean up. I don't know. Sometimes they do go in and delete comments. Maybe she'll clean it up and it'll be a more positive thing. Because, honey, we were going in up there. And I just don't understand it. I just think that we're the only people that'll do it. Yeah. We're going to bring the gasoline and the match, and we're going to be ready to light that match on you. Make one wrong move, one wrong turn. So me personally, I'm going to say it one last time. My take on it is, yes. Oh, Shady Boots. Okay. So real quick. I just clicked on real quick because I was watching Tasha K's Kwame Brown interview. And right after that went off, I caught the end of it after my little cookout. And after that went off, Tasha K's community page came up. And she had a petition. It said, text to sign a petition for Shacarri Richardson to run. Text this number. Yeah, text, Shacarri to this number for her to run. And so I looked at it. I said, oh, okay, that's interesting. And there was like about 200 and something comments on there. And I clicked on the comments just to, see. And I was just so disheartened by the comment section. Because, like I said, when I just said the demographics of that channel, it just kind of, the way that we slay each other is just disheartening to me. So, like, for instance, one of the first comments that I saw was someone said, why would anybody sign a petition for her to run? She doesn't need to run. She broke a rule. Rules are rules and they have consequences. And my thing, and then it just went on, the comment section went on and on and on. And then it slowly started to get better and it kind of mixed up. But that just struck me. It's like, so if you don't want to sign a petition and you feel like that's something you don't want to do, just don't sign it. But why question or down talk why somebody else would sign it? Right? Because if we're not signing, we wouldn't be signing the petition to condone her breaking of the rules. I signed the petition to support her challenging the rules, right? Because I can get behind that. The rules, but they're made to be broken and they're made to be challenged. And what I mean by, I don't mean broken in a defiant way. I mean broken, first of all, because we're human nature, right? And then second of all, because all rules, where they may be either, they may not be good for the time, or they may be outdated, antiquated rules, or they may not apply, to certain people, or they may have been made with not certain things into account. Like when they made all the Jim Crow laws, them were rules. But they didn't take into account that, African American people were actually 100% human. They made those laws not considering that fact, and they were very much rules, but we had to challenge them, right? In order to be seen differently, to get our right, to have equal rights, which we still don't have, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. That's all. I think I've kind of talked it out. I feel I just wanted to vent. I was like, oh, I told my husband, I said, this just burns me up seeing these kind of comments. You know, it's just like, no, I'm not gonna get behind that. And so then I was like, well, you know, but I do got that YouTube channel. I can click on and just, honey, state my opinion real quick and get it off my chest. So that's just what I hopped up here for, just to come up here real quick and say that. I don't like it. I don't like it. And then and Shady Boots, I also made the point that, like, if there's something that happens, like the Cal Rittenhouse, that young man, for instance, if you Google something about him or go to YouTube about him and go to the comment section, it reads totally different. And I'm not saying that all white people agreed with him or were necessarily donating to his GoFundMe, but what I'm saying is they wasn't leading the front row. They wasn't in the front of this damn comment section tearing it down, right? They didn't have nothing nice to say, so they pretty much wasn't saying nothing at all, right? They let their lack of comment be the confirmation that they didn't necessarily support it per se, right? But because they shared a common thing in culture and probably somewhat of a common shared experience in America, they let that be they let that be the reason. Okay? They let that be the reason. But we gotta stand on principles and this, that, and the third. We gotta have over. Why you just can't let that be the damn reason? Just let that be the reason. I'm just asking. Like, I really want some. If anybody who comes across this video, I am asking. Okay, and I really would like to hear your thoughts. Leave me a comment section below the video. I will definitely read it and comment back, because I just want to know, what do y'all think from that perspective, not from the whole what she did and it was rules and it was the Olympics, how we handle each other in this country under this system, considering what we have been through as a people. That's what I'm talking about. That part. Why do we handle each other that way? I mean, do y'all see that it's problematic? Maybe y'all don't think it is problematic. I don't know. Let me know below the video. I'm really interested to know. Enlighten me. Let me know. Because I can only come from my point of view and know, and whereas I do understand that there's rules and I understand that there's certain things, but I also have similar experience to a Shacarri Richardson, being a black woman in America, right? And so because of that, it allows me to actually reach outside the box and have some compassion, right? And be able to support her and root her on to possibly, to see the silver lining, not to want to tear her down, but and not to put her in no box and say, oh, it's over for you. You didn't follow master rules, so it's over. No, you can challenge them rules. I'm standing behind Shacarri challenging the rules. If those rules are outdated, if those rules do not take certain things into account, if those rules do not account for a certain demographic of people, if they have not considered certain things, then maybe those rules should be reviewed. I don't know. I'm not saying to work. What I'm saying is I'm not going to get up here and question why anybody would support her in running to still meet her dream because she made a simple mistake. People make mistakes all the time. Derek Chauvin had support, and he didn't make no mistake. He committed murder. Kyle Rittenhouse had support, not a mistake. George Zimmerman, no mistake. Hell, Casey Anthony even had a group of people that supported her. Imagine that. Not a mistake. So that's what I'm saying. Like, and maybe I'm different because like I come from, I'm not into enabling anybody, right? The people that I love the most, will I got their back and I love and support them. But let me tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna slander or drag them in front of nobody for nobody. Right? I don't care if they are wrong. I'm gonna check them behind the scenes and get them together on where they were wrong. But as far as me and you concerned, you're not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow that to happen. Not on my watch. And then whatever the correction that needs to be made, I'm going to go ahead and correct that because I'm not getting behind no bullshit. But I'm also not going to just throw them away to appease you because they made a mistake and you said it was wrong. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm different like that. I have a really close family. We're all close. I mean, we riders, baby. So maybe that's why I feel that way, right? I don't know. Y'all let me know. If maybe that's what it is. Is my views slanted because of the way I came up or something? I don't know. Because my family is tight, you know? We ain't dragging each other and out in public, and you ain't gonna just be able to come up to me and talk to my sister. Oh, she did this and this to me, and she very well could have did that to you. But guess what? You're not about to talk ish about her to me, dog. That's where I come from. So anyway, Michael Phelps did the same thing, but he still went on to be a champion Olympic swimmer, right? Yeah. And people were talking about Michael Phelps' weed thing. They were like, he got suspended. Well, that if I'm not mistaken, I think Michael Phelps actually had the weed was kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back, right? When he finally got suspended, because I think he had a DUI before that, and maybe even a DUI after that. Don't hold me to it. I ain't fact checked that, but I'm just going off my memory. If I'm not mistaken, he had a couple infractions in there, right? So that's not, and he still had supporters too, but we just we just so shit. I'm just tired of us showing up at the damn at the public hanging with the goddamn rope. That's all I'm saying. Right, he got suspended, but they didn't throw him under the bus. Right. Yeah. So that's where this came from. That post that Tasha K put up about that, and I moseyed on over to the comment section, and I was just like, ugh. The rabbit hole runs deep in how we have been treated in this country. Systemic racism. We have to remember our history with all of what that entails. We are a broken people, trauma, oppression, etc. And I agree. And listen, nobody, and what they said, the world don't care about the world. And they were comments on there like this: hey, she broke the rules. The world don't care nothing about your trauma. Right, you damn right. We know that this world don't care nothing about our trauma. That's why it's so important for us to care about our own trauma. We definitely need to make room for the damn trauma. Okay, those rules were not enacted for people that have a history of trauma, physical, mental, emotional. passed down through the bloodline, even genetically coded stamped trauma in your DNA. Coping skills are going to be different. Now, hey, those of us that have made it and y'all standing tall up on one, you got everything disciplined, you got everything boom, 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 and you was able to, you know what I mean, make it even with everything that's happened. Maybe your trauma wasn't as bad. Everybody, we don't all have exactly the same experiences. But what I'm saying is I've had enough to be able to understand possibly where and why and how. You know what I mean? And because of that, I'm not gonna act like I don't understand, or like I'm so holier than thou, or hold her to some type of standard that the world is holding her to, because the world don't give a damn about her. Like y'all saying, the world don't care about you. The world don't care about you, but that's why we have to care for each other, and we have to care for ourselves. You know, it's been a whole lot of systems in place that I'm sure impacted Shacarri Richardson's life in the 21 years that she's been on Earth. That's not a lot, but I'm sure. You know, the generational curses passed down, the financial situations. I do believe she was adopted or raised by her grandmother. You know what I mean? So there's some things in there that I'm sure whenever they wrote all these rules, they didn't account for a lot of this stuff. And I'm not making this, I'm not making an excuse at all. I'm just saying, why can't we consider these things? Have a little more compassion. And if we can't, you know, and we don't want to sign the petition, or we don't want to openly support, why can't we just can't, you know, not say nothing, go on about your business? Your opinion ain't always needed. It's not. Even though you got one, it's really not. So that's all. That's all I wanted to say. Like, and we are, Miss Regina, I agree with you. Going back to that, we are broken people. The trauma, the oppression, like it runs deep. Yeah, there's absolutely no compassion, because you know why? Because the thing is, and what we as a people, we tend to forget, and we do it to ourselves, is we have bought into the myth that we're all on a level playing field out here. My lips got all dry, y'all. Hold on, let me give me some. That we began on a level playing field, and that we're currently on the same level playing field, right? We know that shit ain't true. But yet and still, we'll come out here and try to hold our people accountable under the same system, right? And that's crazy. Oh, Lord, my husband's in there. He must be ready for me to log off, y'all. We've had a long day. This system was built for them. It caters to them. Truth be told, every time we rise up, unite, they destroy it. We have to keep fighting for right. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. That's all. It's just like we don't understand what this system gives. That be the thing for me. It's like the numbness of it all. And we not, you know, because some of us have had it a little better than others, but the majority, you know, and especially coming up in a certain time in this country, you know what I mean? I was born in the late 70s. In the hood. And I experienced everything that entails, you know. I didn't have a bad childhood. But yeah, I don't know. But I definitely had some shared experiences that only black people, black women that were black young girls, you know, would know about, could even begin to understand. And we don't extend that understanding and compassion to each other so many times. So I was just really disappointed in that comment section, y'all. And I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Good night. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Oh, I'm full and stuffed, y'all, from eating, but we cooked all day too. So I was kind of tired. But I couldn't lay down without getting this off my chest. Okay. So y'all like the video, subscribe, share the video. I will be going live again tomorrow. I will actually be doing some coupon uploads. That's what the channel's supposed to be about, honey. But I done got so bad. Every time I see something, it seems like I'm clicking on here to do a video about something else. So I don't know. Maybe I'm probably gonna mix it up, honey, because I can coupon really, really well, but I think I can talk really, really good too. So y'all just bear with me. Maybe once I get this channel built up, I'll get a second one, like maybe a backup channel, and then split the content. So anyway, bye. Thank you guys. Y'all could have been anywhere. I thank you so much for coming in. To the people in the bushes, thank y'all. It's about 3 or 4 people in here. I greatly appreciate y'all. See y'all next time. Bye.